So let's learn more about what crisis committees are.
Crisis committees are very different from GA and spec committees. They're a bit less formal and much more dynamic. An average crisis committee is generally comprised of about 20 to 25 delegates and run by a chair and crisis director, who's more commonly known as crisis.
By far, the most exciting aspect of crisis simulations are the crises themselves. Unlike other types of committees, crisis actually moves forward in time and can be affected by events that occur in the outside world. In sessions, debate may be interrupted with important news or information. Wars may break out, natural disasters can occur, and scandals or corruption can be revealed. Delegates must be able to think quickly, for a single crisis may alter the course of the debate and create new problems that must be responded to immediately. When a certain crisis timeline or arc is completed, crisis creates a new one or develops the arc so that delegates are always on their toes.
The goal of any crisis committee is to take actions to resolve the issue at hand. There are several tools which delegates may use to accomplish their goals. Typically, most of the time in a crisis committee is spent in either moderated or unmoderated caucus, debate formats which are appropriate to the small number of participants and the rapidly changing nature of the situations.
Besides debating, delegates may communicate with one another and with the crisis room through written notes. These are generally kept secret, although there is always a chance that they may be leaked. The crisis can revolve around one committee in which members struggle for power internally, or several committees called joint crisis, where the committees will battle each other for the control of a territory or state. Notes can also be used to ascertain certain information. Need to know how much money your bank account holds or whether you have the ability to develop a hurricane gun? Simply send a note to crisis and they'll let you know. When it comes to notes, keep in mind specificity is key. Make sure to address who are you writing to, what you want to accomplish, when you want it accomplished, where you want it to happen, why you want to do this, and finally, how you intend to accomplish it.
Directives are to crisis what resolutions are to GAs. There are two primary types of directives, public and personal. Public directives are formal actions taken by the entire committee, which all must be voted upon. Personal directives, however, are like crisis notes, but they take action on your end and can be completed in secrecy using your portfolio powers and positional influence. For example, a Minister of the Interior may send a note to the crisis room requesting to place police officers on patrol in front of the house of another delegate to investigate who enters and who leaves.
A communique is a formal message from a committee or delegate to be communicated to other bodies, simulated or unsimulated. If sent from the committee, communiques must first be approved by a majority vote.
A press release is a statement from a committee or delegate that they want expressed to the general public. If sent from the committee, press releases must first be approved through a vote. This is usually done to influence the public perception of the committee and can invoke a response from crisis.
Crisis is king in all committees. Try your best to interact with the crisis room and work with them to shape your own arc as well as the committee's. The most successful delegates aren't the ones who go off the rails, but those who come up with realistic, innovative ways to tackle the issue at hand while increasing their own personal standing. In terms of their position, crisis is an incredibly exciting time, and we hope all of those delegates who do want to participate in a fast-paced committee do get the opportunity to do so. If you want to know more about tips and tricks to navigating a crisis committee, check out our video on advanced crisis strategy.